A life-changing moment that will sit with me forever. So all ended a couple of months ago and I only now feel comfortable sharing it. For background, I'm a 24-year-old woman living in Australia and work at an establishment that caters for an adult audience. One night as my shift is coming to a close, one of the patrons asks to buy me a drink, which I accept because employer policy. I talk him up to a couple of expensive drinks for the two of us, have a quick conversation and make my excuses about my shift being over, but he should come back to see me soon. I feel his gaze undressing me in his mind as he licks the splash of his drink from his upper lip. He stands up and with this creepy grin asks to walk me to my car. Now I'm no idiot. I know never to put myself in that position and politely decline and tell him I might see him next time. I walk out past our biggest bouncer and the guy doesn't follow me. Great, nothing extraordinary, just standard par for the course in my profession. But sadly this isn't where our story ends. Oh no, for this creep it's only just the beginning. I'm off for a week after that night, but when I come back into work I'm told a patron has been coming in every night for the last week asking for me. Says he wants to buy me another drink. Naively I think, oh great, a bigger pay this week, and get set for my shift. The night rolls on and who should roll in but our man of the hour, and he asks for me right. So I saunter over and he buys me a drink. The whole time I'm sitting there with him he just has this creepy grin on his face, not like *Zool undressing creep grin, that's just normal. No, this was the kind of grin where he knows something you don't and is very pleased with himself about that fact. So we're talking and I'm getting him ordering himself drinks and trying to upsell him where I can. About half an hour goes by and I make my excuses to leave so I can try to spread the tips around. But this guy isn't having it. He won't let me leave, and the more I insist the angrier he gets. He's practically hissy at me by the time I give a look to one of the bouncers, who promptly comes over and defuses the situation, giving me an opportunity to walk away. Phew, crisis averted. Wrong. Bouncer doesn't throw him out, just gives me a buffer, so this guy starts following me around the place, even attempting to walk into an employee-only area, which is where another bouncer finally notices and kicks him out. I finish my shift and walk over to my car. There he is, sitting on the bonnet of my car. How he knew it was my car I will never know. He wants me to give him a ride and tells me how sexy I look. He's spewing greasy slimeball creep lines at this point and I'm not interested. I try to give him a hint nicely and decline to give him a ride, but again he just turns mean and grabs me by my arm insisting I give him a ride. I tell him to F off and jam my key in his shoulder as hard as I can. He lets go and I push him with all of my might so he falls down. I jump in my car, lock the door and shove that key in the ignition. He's back up and banging on the window angrily to let him in. And I mean hard, so hard I think his hands or my window might break. I gun the accelerator and I'm out of there. When I get 5 minutes down the road and am sure I'm not being followed, I pull over to the side of the road and call back to work. I tell them what's happened and alert them that the other girls need to be careful leaving tonight. As I hang up the phone I break into tears. Now, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been grabbed before and the sad truth is I probably will be again. But you never get used to it, you know? I eventually compose myself, pull back onto the road and head home. I cry myself to sleep. Next morning word has gotten around and owner calls me to make sure I'm okay. I assure him I am, but he insists I take some time off in case this creep comes back. He wants to put some distance between us, makes sense. A week goes by, then 2, he's coming in every night asking about me and being told I quit and don't work there anymore. A lie to get him to stop coming in, you know. But he just keeps coming in and asking, clearly not buying it, and then suddenly 2.5 weeks and he stops. Great, I am really needing money at this point, so I'm happy to be able to go back to work the following week. Time goes on and everything seems to go back to normal, same old chancers, but the good kind that lead to higher paychecks. Abusive guy doesn't come back in, I'm happy. I start being forgetful though, I think I leave a door closed when I leave the house but it's open when I get back. Lights on or off, food left out. Things ending up in different places than I remember putting them sometimes moments before. I'm losing it, but it's probably just the stress of everything that's gone down. One of my close friends who works with me reassures me that it's normal after being grabbed like that and it will pass. This keeps up for a month until one day I head out to work, get 15 minutes down the road and realize I forgot some clothes I'll need that night at work. I head back home only to find the lights in my front room on and the TV visible as on from the outside. I really am losing it. Good thing I came back, I guess. I head inside, grab my stuff, make sure to turn the TV off and the light out and head to the door. Suddenly I freeze. There standing blocking the door is the creep that grabbed me. I'm stunned, jaw dropped on the floor. Then after what seems like a lifetime of standing in silence staring at each other, him smiling that fang smile, I scream, what the F asterisk asterisk asterisk. I'm screaming for him to get out and ask him what he's doing here, how he knows where I live, all in one jumbled mouthful of confusion. He just stands there with that smile on his face while I'm loudly freaking out but stupidly not moving. I start gasping for air in a mixture of panic attack and bewilderment, then he decides to speak in my wake. The words ooze out of him and leave me chilled. "Welcome home, honey, you're back early." A switch goes off in my head, I throw everything I have on me at him and sprint to the back door. I'm out ski. I leg it faster than I have in my life, screaming bloody M asterisk writer as I go. No one helps, stupid apathic society. I hide in some bushes around the corner, tears running down my face, gasping for air. I check my pocket and my keys are still there. No phone though, I threw that at stalker creep along with everything else. I sneak back to my house, jump in my car and nope the F out. I head to work, tell them what's happened and call the cops. Cops head to my house and send others to my work. Stalker guy is gone when they turn up, they search the house and turns out he's been living in my crawl space. I'm paranoid that's what all those doors and lights and misplaced things was about. I pack up whatever I can fit in my car while cops are still there, that they'll let me take, and I drive. Haven't been back since. I moved states, knew everything. So creepy stalker guy, let's not ever meet again. Edit, quick update. I took my car in to get checked by a mechanic as some commenters suggested. Nothing was found. I have been in touch with the police and they are reporting that while they have his photo from security footage, they haven't been able to track him down as yet. That means he's still out there somewhere and I still have no idea how he tracked me. I probably won't update again, but I just wanted to thank everyone for their support, it means a lot.